Hello, this is 13 Universal. Um, we're going to be solving questions again on A-level CIA biology questions, typically on infectious diseases series 4. And I am Shedro. Okay, so come with us to solve questions. If you have read this topic, yeah, you can see how it has been applied. You also engage with us and solve it with us. If you have not read it, okay, just watch and see. You might learn one or two things. All right, let's go to the first question. Question one: the following are all methods of transmission of infectious diseases. All methods. All right, let's see them. Droplets, food, contact, vector. Which role shows the correct organism and method of transmission of each disease? Let's go. Okay, which role shows it? So remember, knowledge is very important. Knowledge, but you can learn if you have not read this topic. Let's go. Now, malaria is caused by Plasmodium. Plasmodium is a prototist. So go straight to the options that have prototist. It's not bacterial. Okay, it's just prototist. So these two, all right, they are prototists, all right. So, but you see, proctotis is for vector. That's malaria. That's correct. So just eliminate this because 3 says contact. Malaria is not transmitted by contact. If I touch someone, doesn't mean you pass malaria, to them. But through insect vector, female Anopheles mosquito that uses human blood to hatch her eggs and make her babies. I wonder what kind of insect that is. All right, so see, that's separated. Okay, see the answer stands out. Okay, if you go to TB, yeah, it's caused by bacterium. 1 and 2, droplet. Yes, if you cough, droplet infection, you release the aerosol. Aerosol is inhaled by any uninfected person. The person is infected. Food, yes, through dairy products, cheese, milk, yogurt. Okay, so that's correct. HIV virus through contact. Yeah, okay, through contact. All right, so sexual intimacy and all of that. So B is the answer. You know the answer. All right, let's go to the next question. So 40% of world's population live in an area where malaria is a threat to health. In recent years, there have been many more cases of malaria in Africa. What is the social factor that is letting the spread of malaria get out of control? Remember, social factor. All right, so I want you to solve this question, okay? And let me know. I'll send you your chocolates when you get the answer. Pause the question, the video, and solve it. What is the answer? Yes, is it A or B or C? Which one? Okay, let's do it. Remember, we are working on social factor that is spreading malaria. So malaria is what is okay. We're talking about here. It's not any other infectious disease but malaria. And we're interested in social factor. Okay, A says an increase in drug resistance form of malaria. Is this a social factor? Drug resistant forms of malaria. This is a biological factor. Okay, yeah, where organisms change their surface target site, all right, of antibiotics. Okay, for antibiotics. So A is not a social factor. B is a climatic change. Is that a social factor? No, that's a physical factor. Difficulty in producing vaccine. This is a biological factor. So what we are left is D, migration of people because of wars. Yes, people migrate because of wars. People moving, from Congo to the Canada, carrying infectious disease with them. Okay, sorry about that, but it does happen. Somebody moving because of war going on in Gaza. People are moving to other parts of the world. Right, they may go there with infection. Okay, malaria. If those people, all right, live in malaria endemic areas of the world, which are sub-Saharan Africa. All right. So the answer is D. You got it. Question 3. Which diseases are treated with antibiotics? Antibiotics. Okay. Yeah. What do you think? Antibiotics. Simple. Antibiotics are used to treat bacterial infections. Which of them are bacterial infections? TB and cholera. Measles is caused by morbillivirus. Cholera, vibrio cholera, Mycobacterium bovis or Mycobacterium tuberculosis. So both of them are bacterial infection, and we use antibiotics to treat bacterial infection. So the answer is A. Number 4, which statements about people infected with HIV/AIDS are correct? Yeah. So again, try to solve this question, my people. Who is going to win chocolates from Shedro? Send you chocolates. Win it, win it, win it, win it. Who is my winner? Okay. One, okay. Pause the video and try. And once you get the answer, put it on a chat, on our YouTube page, okay? 13 universal YouTube page. So they can be treated and completely cured. Nope. HIV/AIDS has no cure. No cure yet. So any option that has one cannot be the answer. So A and B gone, eliminated. They cannot be the answer because they have one. One is not correct. 2 says they may live for many years after infection. Yes, they can live for many years if they take care of themselves, take food that boosts immune system. Remember that this virus HIV destroys immune cells, T helper cells, macrophages, they are the target cells. All right, so if you take food that helps to boost immune system, can help, or take antiretroviral drugs which slows down the replication process of HIV virus. Okay, HIV. So 2 is correct. All right, let's get 3. They will have symptoms. Yeah, both of them seem correct. All right, we don't have any option that has both of them. So which one is the most suitable? Okay, if you check 3, it says they will have symptoms. Yes, initially they appear to be symptomless, okay, until HIV infections develops to full-blown AIDS. All right, so you start seeing a lot of symptoms at the later stage, okay, advanced stage of the infection, where all immune cells have been suppressed or weakened, and then you start seeing things like fatigue, things like a lot of flu infections, opportunistic infections like tuberculosis and all of that. All right, so in this case, I think 2 is more suitable. This happens at a later stage, but this is more suitable. All right, so 2 is the answer. So if you don't agree with that answer, let us know. Comment. We're going to reach you. We're learning together. Okay, we're learning together, partners in learning. The statements refer to polio and tuberculosis. Polio. All right, number 1. So pause again, watch this. What is your answer? What is your answer, guys? Pause the video, walk this, okay? Let's work it out. All right, macrophages. Now let's get here. It says which explains why polio vaccine can be taken by TB vaccine, okay, by mouth, but TB vaccine has to be injected. Why can't we take TB by mouth? Okay, let's look at the one that suits it. One says macrophages present antigens in vaccines to stimulate an immune response. This has nothing to do with that. Taking TB by mouth, right? So 1 is out of it. Check option that has 1. I know the answer. Anyone that has 1 can be the answer. So see, elimination method of solving MCQ is great. So you see, B. But you want to check out, let's check out, okay, the TB antigens necessary to produce an immune response are proteins. The antigens are proteins, most of them, which would be digested in the stomach and small intestine. Yes, we have enzymes that digest proteins in the stomach. Pepsin enzyme is waiting there, trypsin in the small intestine, and erepsin and trypsin will digest this protein, okay, especially pepsin in the stomach and then trypsin in the duodenum. So this is correct, okay. There are no, number 3 says there are no B lymphocytes and T lymphocytes in the stomach. No, that's not right, okay. That's not the reason why we can't take this. All right, and therefore D is the answer, okay. All right, yeah. Number 6, which explains why sickle cell anemia has not been eradicated. Pause your video and tell me the answer, guys. What happened to eliminated sickle cell anemia? Sickle cell anemia is a genetic disease. It's not an infectious disease. Is that okay? A says identification of carriers is too difficult as they show no symptoms. Nope. They show symptoms, anemia. B says sickle cell anemia gives the individual some resistance against malaria. Well, this is not the reason why it's not being eradicated, right? Because those of them that have those of them that are recessive, that have of course they are not just the carriers, but the ones that have the two alleles, the abnormal alleles, all right, they are not against, all right, malaria, all right. Okay, so this is not the suitable answer. C says sickle cell anemia is an inherited disease, so vaccination is not possible. Yes, this makes sense. Is inherited. So you don't use vaccination. We use vaccination for infectious disease majorly. This is the gene responsible for sickle cell anemia has a high rate of mutation. No, so it's C. The answer is C. All right. A person, number 7, a person who returns home after a visit to a foreign country starts to have fever. See what? Look at the symptoms. The first symptom is fever at regular intervals. Blood tests, taken between the fevers and during the fevers show a decrease in the number of red blood cells. Anemia. See another symptom. So which infectious disease shows these two symptoms? Fever and anemia. Which disease does this person have? So you are the doctor now. I want you to press. All right, you are the doctor. Which disease does this person have? Which of them shows high fever and anemia? Which of them? Which of them does the parasite attack the red blood cell? Is it cholera? No. Cholera, small intestine. HIV attacks the immune cells. TB attacks the lung cells, and it doesn't attack. None of them attacks the red blood cell apart from malaria, basically. Okay, malaria parasite. So the answer is malaria. Good. Why do people in refugee camps have a high risk of being infected by cholera? All right, now there are wars in different parts of the world, and then we have in refugee camps. Thanks to UN that's trying to create these camps to help those who are displaced by war. War is not good, my people. I think so. People die during war. Those who are living are displaced. All right, but let's get to reality now. So why do people in refugee camps have a high risk of being infected by cholera? So one of the threats refugee is cholera. Why? Okay, pause the video and tell me the answer. Chat me now on what's the answer. So drinking water is likely to be contaminated with sewage. Yep. Sewage is a major, untreated sewage, major way of spreading cholera. Okay, so this makes sense. But let's look at the others. People live in close contact, increasing the risk of droplet infection. Well, cholera is not a droplet infection, so this is not the answer. Okay, see, there is a shortage of antibiotics. There's not that. All right, you can always have more antibiotics. D says there is a shortage of food and water. No, that's not the reason why they have cholera. It's because there's poor hygiene, right? People tend to bath the same place they bath. They just get the water, drinking water, especially if they don't have any direct source of drinking water. Imagine somebody bathing, all right, and drinking the same water, somehow using to cook. So the answer is A. All right, let's stop war. Number 9 says, which statements explain why cholera has not been eradicated by vaccination? Okay. Cholera, vaccination, cholera. Why? So yeah, I want you to try this out, and I have a gift for you if you get it. Okay. Cholera is caused by bacterium Vibrio cholera. Is that why it's not been? It's not the reason. Many people can. So if that's not correct, so let's eliminate. So the ones that have one out. So we'll focus on this elimination method. 2 says many people can have the disease but show no symptoms. No, if you have cholera, you will have severe diarrhea. Yep. Major symptoms of that, severe diarrhea. So this is not part of it. So so that means C is not. Yeah. C is not going to be in the answer. So I know my answer, but let's check them out. People are mobile due to global trade. Yeah, somebody carries, they move from one place to another, and they contaminate water in the new place they are going to, and that creates, epidemics, or that spreads the cholera pathogen. Okay, number 4. So 3 is correct. 4 says the cholera pathogen targets cells in the small intestine. Yes, they go to small intestine and they hide their antigen there so that immune cells are not able to detect them. So that is called antigenic cancellation, right? That's one of the reasons why we have not been able to eradicate cholera by vaccination. Antigenic cancellation. Of course, this is a social factor, that's a biological factor. So 2 and 3, that is delta D answer. Number 10. The first column in the table contains statements about disease. Column headed 1 to 4 represent 4 different named diseases. Okay, let's look at elimination method again. So key, true. Yep. So what is this? The columns. Okay, let's look at the question. What is the correct set of column? All right. Headings for the table above. All right. Look at this. Infectious disease 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. They are all infectious diseases. 1 is not. Okay. So you can't use this to eliminate it because they are not infectious diseases. Okay. But see, the next row says can be treated with antibiotics. All right, these two can, so they are bacterial infection. Just go to the option that has 3 and 4 caused by bacteria, and you have the answer. 3, cholera. Let's check for TB. So 3 and 4 are caused by bacterium because bacterium are treated by what? Bacterial infections are treated by antibiotics. So the answer should be what? B. Yep. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed the class today. So we are starting series in infection and in immunity, and after that we'll start solving yearly questions. Okay, don't forget that this is schedule and we got all our questions from Cambridge past papers. Okay, so see you next class. Bye. Remember, if you need us to take you one-on-one, let us know. Okay, reach us in our website. Okay, let us know. So bye.